I said before, we're gonna make a quick revision of the most important points we have taken before. So when we encounter keywords, we're going to translate it, okay, according to the definition description that is given, and also according to the examples also that is given, according to the synonym, restatements, the clues that is given, also contrast, antonyms, mood of the sentence, experience clues, analysis or structured clues, and also inference clues that is given here in this case, and cause and effect. So all these things we have to consider when we translation, because sometimes we encounter archaic words that is hard to understand, but we understand it from the context. And then we're going to set in a homework for use. This is a context clues, practice exercises. It's like a circle, a lot of best meaning of underlined words. So you're going to focus on this underlined word. So for example, here we have this word that is like, the meaning of the loquacious. So here my brother said, I just read myself from a very loquacious history professor. So here it means that is adjective. Here is located as adjective, or he seemed to want was an audience. So you're going to understand it, okay, from the context here. That is like he's want was an audience. دائما هو يعني البروفيسور هذا دائما هو talking too much. So in this regard, you will understand that it is talk a lot. And what is the meaning of talk a lot? When we say talk a lot, means that he is someone that is talkative. So you may choose like this talkative. So this is the most appropriate one, that is the best meaning for loquacious. And we have also here words like benign and also servette here for this one. And also we have indigenous, indigenous, and also mitigate, pitiate, and also lucid. So all these, okay, implausible, the last one, electoral. So we have here that you have encountered these first implausible here. So you could okay understand it from the surrounding words that is around this word. So I will like just give you these tasks that you're going to, inshallah, homework for you, and send it to me in the answers. Okay, so now we will back again to our book, inshallah, of translation 2. Okay, so this is our book, translation 2. So we're gonna focusing on, let's enlarge this. So we're going to, this course will be like a continue for translation 1. And inshallah, we're going to come across different issues here. So we will start with, translation. Some, you may like find some constraints or difficulties while you're reading these translation terms. Okay, we're starting with this, accept and correctness of this one. So this is not a first course in translation, it must be have preceded by an introductory course. So you may cross these terms like so. Just let me show it in another color. So what is the differences between both of them? So here SL means source language, while TL it means target language. So source language, a text has been written, and the target language is the text is to be translated. يعني هلا المصدر اللي احنا بدنا نترجمه للتارجت language هو بيكون text that is now we're going to working on and translate it. So here we have another very great difficulty arise from possible, like in the case of Maria. So you know that we may encounter many difficulties while we translate it, but you have to know that is the question is not very easy to answer because depends on several things. That is translation is acceptable, another unacceptable. So it's often said that one translation is correct and another is incorrect. That one translation is acceptable and the other is unacceptable. Unfortunately, it's not easy to explain what each of these two forms mean. We can't, for instance, talk about translation of literary text as a correct or incorrect. لأنه literary translation is different from translation of technical scientific translation. يعني بيختلف من العلمي من العلوم من politics also سياسة. فإن شاء الله we're going to encounter these translation and it's a project because we're going to translate sometimes speech for a president, sometimes these current issues that is nowadays. But the literary or word translation we call it, or they're called semantic communicative pre-translation. يعني هلا إنه literary translation is the meaning of word, but semantic is the meaning of communicative pre. لأن literary بيكون word for word يعني كلمة مقابل كلمة، ولكن semantic بيكون من خلال المعنى. فإن شاء الله كمان أنا أطلب منكم تترجموا لخطاب نصي for example president that is you're going to translate it from English into Arabic, and we will see the translation of these acceptable these terms that is like related to politics. And nowadays all speeches, all the current issues that is related to politics. Also, culture in the most common sense use nowadays means you have to translate according to the culture, according to the idioms. But also this is also another problematic areas in translation. أحيانا لما نترجم كلمات الculture بنواجه مشاكل في الترجمة. For example, thus we assume with some certainty, for instance, that all people have breakfast, and the most people in the world drink tea. Therefore, we are usually satisfied by translation breakfast as فطور, or طعام الفطور, or وجبة الفطور, and tea as الشاي, لأنه كلنا بنعرف هاي الكلمات. يعني it's like ordinary for us to translate it because it's usually we translated these terms. So translating cultural words literally belongs to the Western culture لأن الثقافات بتختلف. إذا إحنا هلا مثلا نترجم for example, my heart leaps up when I behold a rainbow in the sky, or shall I compare you to the summer's day? For example, shall I compare you to the summer's day means that لما حكى شكسبير هذه الكلمة معناها أقارنك بأيام الصيف الجميلة. when we coming to the translating this word, this sentence into Arabic, طبعا ما حدا بيقارن بأيام الصيف الجميلة. أنا أيام صيف شو يعني حرارة وشوب لأنه it's not beautiful. We compare it with sometimes with the moon يعني القمر مثلا أنت مثل القمر. But this is okay, acceptable for us, but this one is not acceptable for us. But sometimes you translate it according to the culture that belongs to this country. My heart leaps up when I behold the rainbow in the sky. So قلبي يرقص طربا عندما أرى قوس قزح بالسماء. So is it something like related to the culture? And this is a beautiful, land. So here a beautiful nature. So here William Wordsworth translated this according to his culture and his land, at that time. So we have here, flora and fauna. These are physical features that is related to, agriculture, and also for sometimes for related to. So listen. So we have here many geographical features, mountain, hill, river, sea, ocean, clouds, rain. All these, okay, you're going to translate it as is usual, okay? So you're going to translate it as scientific because it's like related to the land or related to something like okay it's not سهل لا شجرة فيه um, so سهل لا شجرة فيه. So we have المورد English Arabic dictionary. You can translate it السفناء سهل لا شجرة فيه. Here we can like البومب البومب like السهل معشوب مترامي الأطراف في أمريكا الجنوبية. فهذه مناطق يعني نحن نترجمها as as it is because like it's related to the land at that time. And also I'm talking about fauna and flora and also like related to animals, birds. يعني مثلا lion, أسد, tiger, نمر, goose, وزة. So all these things, okay, fruit, apricot, grapes, fig, apple, banana, vegetables, carrots. So all these, okay, you can understand it's called flower. That is like related to plants and related to animals. All these things you can translate it while you are going to translate in a way that is like easy for you. And this is also city, مدينة, بلدة, town, village, قرية, street, شارع, سيارة. So all this concrete of cultures, concrete of aspects of cultures that is like you can translate it for dress, فستان, is these things that is like related to the to the concrete things. طبعا هذه الكلمات كلهم انتو you may like come across them quickly to understand it that there is a translation that is focusing on translation of social of cultures concrete scientific عالم baker خباز lawyer. وهذه الكلمات كلها baby sister also حاضنة جليسة. So all these things, okay, all these vocabulary that you may cross while you translate it. طبعا أحيانا بيكون أشياء خاصة بالسوشيال rank. يعني مثلا أمير we write it as it is شريف سلطان باشا عمدة مختار. So we write it as it is, just transcribe it and translate it as it is. Educational here titles are not in are now here translated as a borrowings from Western culture or from Arabic culture. Here also, for example, BA, baccalaureate, BS, here's Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, Master. So here all these things, PhD, philosophy of doctor. So here also you're going to translate it according to the position. So all these things again you can consider when you translate it. طبعا في عنا according to the organization للمنظمة أو للمؤسسة National Assembly الجمعية الوطنية. We can say Prime Minister رئيس الوزراء all pay these terms that is like related to the position of politics. طبعا أنا هطلب منكم ترجمة أشياء خاصة بالpolitics okay as homework. Okay, so here we are also having inshallah next time we're going to also come across these conceptual terms that is like related more about translation, more deeply related to translate some terms that is considered in when we translate. But I advise you, encourage you to read, okay, more deeply about these words that is like connected also with scientific and also politics. Okay, thank you so much for this session. Inshallah, see you next session. Yeah,